Action figures in play!
Welcome to the newest edition of TNInews with your host, JC. Hey, all you action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here, and welcome to a Wednesday edition of TNInews. Now, I'm doing switching things up a little bit this week. Normally on Wednesdays, I do a live stream video. But because Hasbro PulseCon will be taking place on Friday and will be running through most of the afternoon, I am going to do a live stream after PulseCon ends, which I think will probably be around 4 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Time. And so because I'm going to do a live stream on Friday to go over everything that was revealed during PulseCon, I decided just to do a regular news video today. So we're going to recap things from the beginning of the week, which of course we did talk about many of these things in Monday's live stream, but I'm going to recap a bunch of that stuff, plus anything new that's happened between Monday and now. So let's just jump into it, and let's start off with some Marvel news. So the big news on Monday was that Hasbro went on and launched their Marvel Legends Dragon Man pre-order campaign. This is a made-to-pre-order campaign, essentially replacing their Haslab for this year. So they're not actually doing a Marvel Legend Haslab this year, but instead they've got this Dragon Man figure that they have. It's being offered as a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. There is a pre-order window on this figure. So again, pre-orders opened on Monday, and you have until October 17th to pre-order the figure. The cost is only $84.99. I say only because, well, I thought it was going to be about $100. I've seen some people who thought it was going to be in the neighborhood of $200. So definitely not that expensive. But $84.99 is the actual price on Dragon Man. Again, this is a pre-order window, so you don't have to worry about selling out. But if you want to basically not have to pay secondary market prices on it, you will want to make sure that you pre-order it from Hasbro Pulse during that pre-window time, because according to Hasbro, at least what they told me at San Diego Comic-Con, is that once the pre-order window closes, that will be it for the figure. Kind of, very similar to a Haslab. As we've talked about before, the big difference between Dragon Man and a regular Haslab is there is no stated minimum pre-order number given, so it's not like we're having to wait around to see if it reaches a minimum number before we know it for sure it's going to go into production. I suppose if they got absolutely, no pre-orders or very few pre-orders, they could cancel the pre-order. But for the most part, this figure should definitely be coming. And, how many actual pre-orders they get, just like with a regular pre-order, we really won't know. Now, the other difference is, of course, there's no stretch goals. There will be no add-ons. What you see is what you get. So the figure stands around 10 inches. You've got the two different pairs of wings. You've got the expanded wings and then the folded up wings. You get an extra pair of hands, you get a book, and you get a pair of glasses. Very nicely detailed. This figure looked very, highly detailed. Even though it was an unpainted prototype at San Diego, it definitely looked like it had some nice sculpting detail with all the scales and everything. So Dragon Man, if you're a fan of that character, this is one that you might want to check out. Again, it is only going to be sold on Hasbro Pulse, and the pre-order, which is open now, will last until October 17th. Now, the only other news I have for you guys on Marvel Legend front is in regards to Hasbro PulseCon, the PulseCon exclusives. We've got a few more details on those. So for Marvel Legends, the PulseCon exclusive will be the Kang with the chair that we saw at San Diego Comic-Con. The pre-orders will be going up on Hasbro Pulse the day of PulseCon, which again is September 13th, this coming Friday. And for premium members, things will open up at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And then for everyone else, they will be going up at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So again, for Marvel Legends, we get that Kang with the chair, with the stand, the flight stand, that gun, some face plates, some alternate face plates, multiple pairs of hands, a small type pistol, and an effect piece as well. So again, that one looked to go up along with the other PulseCon exclusives. And just to recap, for GIJoe Classified, we are going to be getting the Starduster figure that again we saw at San Diego Comic-Con. For Star Wars, the Black Series from Episode 1, we are getting the Battle Droid and Stap. Little whatever flight speeder thing that they had in Episode 1, which was actually the very first, for those of you who collected back in that day, for the Power of the Force line, it was actually the first Episode 1 figure and vehicle that they released. So this is an Episode 1 style packaging and everything. And again, this will be going up on the 13th, starting at 4 p.m. for premium members and everyone else at 5 p.m. Then for Transformer Legacy, that's the fourth and final exclusive that they're doing during PulseCon, and that will be the Dinobot Dino King multi-pack. So if any of those are things that you want to get, again, they will be going up on the 13th. As I say, premium members, if you want to pay the extra $50 to ensure that you can get it, they go up. They'll be available at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and then again for everyone else, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, also don't forget that there will be other Hasbro product pre-orders that day at places like our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth, I'm sure Amazon, things like that. So beyond just the PulseCon exclusives, there will be reveals made during PulseCon with items that will go up that day at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Again, at places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. So, I don't know exactly what those will be. But again, Marvel Legends, Star Wars, Transformers, and GIJoe all have pre-orders slated for this coming Friday. And then for you Transformer fans, you might mark the calendar for September 17th. It is the inaugural Transformer Day dubbed by Hasbro. And on that day at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, we will be getting some new Transformer pre-orders, the Transformer Studio Series Elita 1, and Bumblebee figures. So for the new movie, which will also be premiering this month on September 20th, in theaters, of course. Also, one other note, mark your calendars for October 18th. That is when Hasbro will be holding a panel at New York Comic Con. It is just one panel that will incorporate a number of their brands, including Star Wars, GIJoe. I believe Ghostbusters is going to have some type of announcement during that panel as well. Marvel Legends, all the main action figure brands. So I don't have a specific time for when that panel will be taking place yet. As we get closer to New York Comic Con, I'm sure we'll get those details. If you're attending New York Comic Con, then you may want to attend the panel. Again, it's going to be on Friday, October 18th. We should have coverage of it for you, whether you're going or not. So just keep it to the websites for any new reveals that are made during that panel. I don't think Hasbro's going to have a booth at New York Comic Con. I think it's just the panel. Sometimes they will do a special media event during New York Comic Con. So I'm waiting to hear if they're going to do anything like that. But as I say, they will at the very least this year have a panel at Comic Con. May have the Dragon Man on display at the Marvel booth. I wouldn't be surprised, even though the pre-order window will be ending basically right as New York Comic Con begins. But they may still have it on display there for people to check it out. For you GIJoe fans, the GIJoe Haslab Classified Rattler campaign ended on Monday, fairly successful. All the stretch goals, including stretch goal number 3 for the Baroness pilot, were unlocked. Baroness got unlocked this past Saturday. Last time I checked, the final backer count on this was 28,096. Hasbro has started charging people who back this campaign. I got the notifications yesterday for them. So if you back this, then you've probably been charged. And then this is supposed to ship out in the fall of next year. So the Dragonfly, which we're still waiting for, last year's Haslab, is supposed to ship out by the end of this year. It got delayed a bit, but according to Hasbro, it will still ship out this year, just closer to the end of the year. Another big announcement that we got on Monday that was somewhat of a surprise was that the company, the Loyal Subjects, which for action figures are best known for their BST AXN line, their 5-inch lines like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, they announced that they've inked a new deal with Hasbro where they will be bringing M.A.S.K back to toy shelves. So according to the CEO, in a quote in the toy book, he stated that the scale would be the same as the original M.A.S.K toy line. So No difference between the original line and this new line that they'll be doing. And of course, there will be vehicles and figures and such, everything that you would expect from M.A.S.K. Other items that they will be doing with this new deal with Hasbro include ROM. So a new ROM toy line, I'm going to guess is a smaller scale. Of course, we've got the ROM Marvel Legend figure coming at some point. That was announced at San Diego Comic-Con. That's a 6-inch figure. But I'm guessing the new ROM line will be a smaller scale line, you know, and obviously have more than just Rom himself in it. So Rom Gem is getting a new line as well, my buddy. But as far as like action figures, the main ones were Rom, Gem, and M.A.S.K. So those will be returning. We'll probably get more details on all of those things later this year. And of course, when those details become available, I'll be sure to let you guys know. Switching over to McFarlane Toys, so while not available for purchase and no official images have been released at this time, Walmart does have a placeholder page on their website for the DC 7-inch 1978 Christopher Reeve Superman figure. So I don't know, Walmart is the first U.S. retailer to, show a listing for this figure. We've talked about this one before. We've seen overseas listings, which first popped up back in April for this figure. But again, Walmart now has a placeholder page for this figure. I'm thinking we might see the official solicitation for this figure around September 25th. Which is when the Christopher Reeve Superman biopic movie is opening in theaters. So I wouldn't be surprised if they timed the figure getting announced and pre-orders and such opening up with the opening of that movie, which again would be September 25th. So we'll have to wait and see. But again, just further indications that a Christopher Reeve DC Multiverse figure is in the works. For you Jokerized fans, we've got a look at the Jokerized Harley Quinn thanks to DC Multiverse Collector, who's posted a review of the figure on their YouTube channel. So I will put a link to that in the video description. Now, this figure has not yet been officially announced by McFarlane. A lot of times these Jokerized figures end up getting released as Target store exclusives. But when more details become available on this one, I'll be sure to let you guys know. And then also don't forget that tomorrow, which will be September 12th, we have 2 new DC Multiverse figures that will be going up for pre-order. These will be general releases, so they should be available at places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. Amazon should have them as well. Pre-orders will go up on or around 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And the 2 figures going up tomorrow are the Earth 2 Crisis on Infinite Earths Robin figure, and then a Silver Age Joker figure, which looks pretty good. That might be, based on these images, this could be their best Joker to date, in my opinion. So, as I said, both of those figures will be going up for pre-order tomorrow. If you're someone who backed the ThunderCats Ultimate Cat's Lair playset from Super 7, we now have a look at the packaging for this playset. Still no exact word on when this will start to ship out to folks. But again, we now have our first look at the packaging for it. And then also from Super 7, we have another one of their deluxe figures. So these are essentially their 7-inch Ultimate figures that have the accessories stripped out of them. So this time we're getting Conan from the original movie. The only accessory that is included with this figure is his sword. Now, this figure has gone up for pre-order, and you can get it at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, and the cost is $35. And this figure is supposed to be released later this month. So another thing we're seeing with Super 7 is much smaller pre-order windows. From LooseCollector, we have a new Legacy Series 112 scale figure. Roja is the character. I think that's how you pronounce it. Not too familiar with her, but she's a 6-inch figure that will include multiple pairs of hands. You get 2 semi-automatic rifles, a long rifle, 2 pistols, a utility belt. So, again, I'm not really familiar with this character, but she looks pretty cool, looks pretty badass. Again, this is from LooseCollector. It is available for pre-order now at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. The cost is $69.99, and the figure is slated for release in early 2026. From Kaiyodo, we have a new Amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech figure. This one is based on One Punch Man. So with this figure, which costs $99.99, you get the soft goods cape. You also get 6 head sculpts, 2 pairs of hands, 3 effect parts, and a display stand. So the figure cost about $99.99. It is available for pre-order now at places like our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store, and this figure is supposed to be released in July of next year. For you Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Last Ronin fans, we've got a new figure that is available for pre-order currently on the Best Buy website, or at least last time I checked it was still available. So this is the Synja Commando with Mauser figure. So this isn't a Best Buy exclusive. This should be eventually available everywhere, but Best Buy seems to be the first place that has it. So, again, it will be available at other places, but, and the figure costs $49.99. So you get a couple of different Mausers and hands and such. So it's kind of a cool set with the black and white. Again, $49.99 up on Best Buy, and likely it will be available at other e-tailers in the fairly near future. And then for you Megan fans, we've got an 8-inch clothed figure from NECA Toys, also available on the Best Buy website, and also should be available at other e-tailers at some future date. The cost of this one is $34.99. We've got a couple of new Beetlejuice figures from NECA Toys. So we've got a 7-inch Bio Exorcist Tour Guide Beetlejuice figure. This one is $36.99. This one is available for pre-order now at places like our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. You get multiple pairs of hands. He comes with a little rat, newspaper, a lantern. So again, for Beetlejuice, we've got a new one from NECA, and again, the cost is $36.99. We also have some images for a Walmart exclusive Beetlejuice figure. This is a deluxe figure and journal set. So Beetlejuice in the striped, pinstriped, white and black suit outfit. You get that handbook for the recently deceased journal. It looks like you get a mini version of it as well. Now, this is not currently available online. It may at some point, in fact, probably will. Again, it is being listed as a Walmart exclusive by NECA Toys. So if you want to get this one, Walmart will be the place to go. And NECA isn't the only one doing Beetlejuice figures. Tamashii Nations has released some preview images for a new SH Figuarts Beetlejuice figure. So not a lot of details at this time for this one. Again, just these preview images. I suspect it will be going up for pre-order fairly soon. And when more details do become available on it, I'll be sure to let you guys know. And then finally for Beetlejuice, we've got a new 112 Collective figure that has gone up for pre-order today for Beetlejuice. Again, in that, black and white striped suit. So this one, again, has multiple pairs of hands. You get multiple 4 interchangeable head portraits. Of course, you get a figure stand like we always do with the Mezco figures. This one also comes with a tombstone featuring a light-up detail. So from the first movie. So again, Beetlejuice figure, new 112 collective scale figure. Cost of this one is about $155. It is available for pre-order at our sponsor Big Bad Toy Store. As I'm filming this, it has not yet gone up at Entertainment Earth, but I believe they will have it listed fairly soon. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys today, but as always, I'd love to hear your thoughts about everything I talked about down in the comment section below. Like this video if you're so inclined. Please think about subscribing if you're new to the channel and hitting that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. Don't forget, I will be back on Friday afternoon with a live stream video where we will go over all the new Hasbro PulseCon reveals, so hopefully you will check that out. And until next time, guys, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching today's video. Now, if you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Also, hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. For all the latest action figure news, be sure to head over to ToyNewsEye.com, MarvelousNews.com, JediInsider.com, and TFormers.com. And remember, action figures are great,